On the award night of the World Rally Championship, I got a video from my assistant, wishing my boy a smooth debut victory. In the clip, some young stranger was tearing down the track in my custom race car, all guts and energy. The post? Uploaded by my wife, and I was blocked from seeing it. I stared at the screen, knuckles going white, just about to blow up her phone. Next second, that kid standing on the podium, and I'm the one presenting the trophy. Not only is he rocking my full racing gear, he's even got the safety talisman my wife begged me for. I let out a cold laugh, snapped a pic of the scene, and shot it to my wife with the message. "Honey, how interesting. The custom race car I lost. Turns out someone else is driving it tonight. He's even wearing the talisman you gave me. If I didn't look closely, I'd swear this was all official merch. Tell me, if I expose him now, do you think he can still keep that championship title?" Right after I hit send, the camera swung to the VIP seats. My wife stood up, roses in hand, making a heart with her arms toward the podium. The giant screen clearly showed her lips mouthing, "I love you." I took off my sunglasses and strolled over, smiling at her in front of a live audience watching worldwide. "Honey, what brings you here today?" The moment our eyes met, her face went deathly pale. I acted cool, like nothing was wrong, just looking at her with concern. "Honey, why so pale? Too tired?" Beside us, the race official stood up, peeking curiously between us. "Mr. Koo, you know Miss Lin?" He nodded toward her, face full of admiration. "This Miss Lin is our team's newest sponsor. This year's turbo engine, the full revamp of the driver training base, Lin Corporation funded it all. Even the base of the championship trophy has Lin's logo." The official turned to my wife, excited. "President Lin, why didn't you tell us you were coming? We should have set up a presenter's seat for you." I guess the engine roar earlier drowned out my "honey." I smiled, looping my arm around her stiff shoulders. "We're more than acquainted, we're married." Her fingers dug into her palm, forcing out a tight smile. "Just came to discuss business and watch the race. Didn't want to disturb your work." She stammered through the official's questions, then reluctantly introduced me. "This is my husband, Leonardo Koo." She didn't dare look me in the eye once. I didn't call her out, just turned toward the podium, curious. "Marco, who's that rookie up there? That last corner move, mad impressive." The official lit up. "You mean Noah? He's a prodigy, from a remote mountain area, but crazy talent. Our youth academy scooped him up. President Lin personally handled him, gave him a private engineer and personal mental coach." I tapped my fingertips lazily on the railing. At the banquet after the race, the director brought Noah to the VIP suite. "Noah, meet the two-time world champ, Leonardo. The car you drove today? The modified version of Mr. Koo's championship car." The official grinned. "And your main sponsor? Mr. Koo's wife." Noah bowed, voice humble, showing admiration for me and gratitude toward Elise. But the gleam in his eyes as he stroked his helmet cut through me like ice. I fixed my gaze on the worn marks on his neck guard and let out a soft laugh. "Driver Noah, from some poor mountain region, right? How's he affording carbon fiber custom gear?" "What's wild," I added, "the wear marks match my set that went missing last month. Exact scratches, angles and all." Cold sweat soaked through Noah's suit as he looked to my wife. She jumped in sharp. "The gear's a sponsored trial product from the brand. And the race car? Assembled by the engineer using spare parts." Her eyes reddened. "Leo, you know I've always wanted to help these kids." I slowly peeled off my gloves, patting Noah on the shoulder. Calm on the surface, but my grip nearly crushed him. I turned, shaking my phone in front of my wife, my call records with the police and lawyer glaring. "Honey, that car and gear? They mean a lot to me. If I ever find out who stole them, I'll make sure they suffer worse than death." Elisa's face went from ugly to something else. She grabbed my arm, voice hoarse. Her heels wobbled, smashing a champagne tower. Glasses shattered, teeth chattered. "Honey, you're tired. Let's go home." Car door slammed. I glared at Elise. "Elise, explain." She rushed forward, voice trembling. Leo, he and I, its sponsor and recipient only. Kid grew up in the mountains, never even seen a race car. I just felt soft-hearted. I laughed, mocking. Fine when you sponsored him entering the academy. But now he's got a pro contract, big salary, can buy 10 sets of gear. Starting today, your team stops all special treatment. Right in front of you, Noah's race allocation goes by rookie standards. Training reports? Directly to me. You cut off all private contact with him, including that mentor role. I ripped the neck guard from Noah, tossing it at her feet. My car, my gear, one screw missing, your precious protege can go scrub cars at the car wash. Her lips trembled. She nodded stiffly. Back then, the Lin family married Elise off to me for naming rights. Smart, beautiful, fierce. We grew real feelings over the years, working together seamlessly. But today I realized all that nurturing new talent went into one person. Next morning, my gear was back in the garage, scratched carbon fiber suit in a dust-proof box, keys to my car beside it. Everything inspected, Elise's voice raw. He won't appear in front of you again. Keys in hand, the metal cold, I listened to her tiny, aggrieved sobs. My heart softened. Elise just went to rest when a live stream popped up on my phone. Noah streaming, wiping my co-branded championship helmet. Guys, check this out, he said, rubbing my autograph, gloves shaking. Laughter exploded in the chat. He draped my neck guard around his throat, leaned to the camera, smirked. Too bad. It's all soaked in my sweat now. Stream title: Exposing the True Face of Certain Legendary Drivers. I laughed coldly, told the team to dismantle his training engine, revert to factory basics. Noah kept sniping. Some seniors suppress rookies, 'cause they're scared of being replaced. He waved the gloves I donated. Old stuff, toss it. Phone blew up. Assistant yelled, "Mr. Koo, that kid said your last championship was rigged. Trending like crazy." I calmly logged into the social account I hadn't touched in 10 years, posted a screenshot of Noah in my full gear. How does stolen equipment feel? Reminder: stealing pro racing gear equals criminal. Minimum sentence: 3 years. At Noah at Lin Group Legal Department. Noah's stream went dark. 5 minutes later, his agent called to settle. I didn't answer. Forwarded it to my lawyer. Add defamation compensation. Phone rang again, urgent. Grandma. Good boy, Grandpa's heart's acting up. We're at Central Hospital. I remembered Elise's flight to Germany for the modified car expo. I'll be there. Smell of disinfectant hit me. Looking over reports, Grandma grabbed my arm, pointing toward OB wing. Isn't that Eli? Following her finger, I saw Noah supporting Elise out of the ultrasound room. He held the Doppler sheet. She adjusted his collar. I stopped Grandma from rushing forward, forced a joke. Grandma, your eyesight? Eli's in Germany. How could she be here? Let's do your ECG first. Rest after, I said, settling her. Snapped the date board, sent it to Elise. Tell me, what time in Germany now? Called her. Elise, get to VIP cardiology room in 3 minutes. Her breathing halted. Honey, why are you at the hospital? I laughed coldly. Since when did Munich Airport relocate to OB/GYN? Her voice weakened. No, racing injury came back. Needs checkups. I just. Shut up. Get over here. Now. She snapped. Pregnancy isn't stable. Can't be agitated. Talk tonight. Call ended. Her phone off. I had assistant pull her medical records. Under husband, the word Noah burned like acid. Suppressing fury, I forwarded the record to Elise's parents. Almost same time, Noah updated his Insta. She wants to shut out the world just to listen to our heartbeat. The photo showed Elise leaning down to listen to fetal sounds. The woman who claimed to hate kids now carefully taking off her earrings so she wouldn't scratch her belly. I tossed the screenshot into the family group chat. My wife skipped Grandpa's follow-up exam to get a prenatal check with a male racer. Totally reasonable behavior. The group exploded instantly, a dozen notifications popping up. My cousin shot back within seconds. Isn't that the racer she sponsors? They're together enough to get knocked up now. Elise's calls started blowing up my phone. I yanked out my SIM card and smiled politely at the nurse. Could you add another bed to the VIP ward, please? Next morning, Mr. and Mrs. Lin dragged Elise Lin into the room. A rosewood cane smacked right behind her knees. You've disgraced the whole damn Lin family, you shameless disgrace. Mrs. Lin slapped the prenatal report against her face. If this kid turns out to be some bastards, I swear I'll jump off this building right now. Elise sank to her knees on shattered glass, clutching my pant leg, sobbing so hard she could barely breathe. The baby's yours, Noah, and I never went that far. I swear I'll never have any contact with him again. Please, just forgive me this once. The doctor said if I terminate, I might never conceive again. I bent down and picked up the ultrasound sheet. Memories hit me. Right after our wedding, her first miscarriage, her hand trembling in mine, just like now. I dropped the paper and booked a paternity test. Then I turned to the lawyer. Start drafting the divorce agreement. To prove she was serious, Elise deleted all of Noah's contacts right in front of me and even quit the racing club. In the days that followed, she came to the hospital daily to sit with Grandpa and even learned how to brew traditional herbal medicine. Our relationship looked almost like it had just after our wedding. When I got back to prepping for the WRC rally, I reminded my co-driver Justin, in 3 days we've got the test run. Be ready. Next morning, Justin called with red, puffy eyes. Mr. Koo, the team just notified a personnel change. I slammed the brakes. Wait, isn't the test run next week? They moved the press conference to today. Justin's voice shook. And at the track, Noah's sitting in your race car. I floored it, speeding toward the track. From a distance, I saw Elise standing on the commentary platform. And in my championship race car, Noah was wearing my custom helmet, my protective suit. Elise. I cut the venue's power. What the hell are you doing? The mic crackled. Her voice came through, Justin? Justin had an unexpected back injury. Someone stood up in the stands. Justin held a CT scan and shouted, my lumbar spine's fine. It was President Lin who personally suspended me. Gasps rippled across the crowd as I yanked open the cockpit door. I called the guards and had them strip Noah of the helmet and suit, piece by piece. Then I kicked him hard in the chest. This is my championship car. What makes trash like you think you can sit in it? Noah went pale, legs shaking uncontrollably. Mr. Koo. I really didn't know, please. Mercy? Elise rushed forward, shielding Noah with her pregnant belly wedging between us. It was me who asked him to come. If you want to blame someone, blame me. I let out a cold laugh. Elise, you've crossed my line again and again, for him. Enough. This car? Earned with my life on the line. No one desecrates it. The bodyguards lifted Noah, ready to throw him out. Suddenly he coughed violently, clutching Elise's sleeve. It's my fault. I never should have dreamed of racing, just let me die. Seeing him like that, Elise glared at me. Leonardo Koo. The team may be yours, but I brought in the sponsors. What's wrong with temporarily switching the co-driver? I opened my mouth, but she cut me off sharply. You're always so overbearing. Just 'cause Noah came for a prenatal check, you cut his medical sponsorship and revoked his racing qualifications. He's been getting 12 steroid injections a day to try to recover enough to race again, and now he can't even afford painkillers. If you hadn't cornered him, I wouldn't have had to break the rules to test the car. I laughed pure rage. Helping him? Elise, that's a neat little excuse for cheating. You dressed up infidelity as some noble sacrifice. She froze for a second, then in full hysteria snatched the timer and hurled it at me. Leonardo, if you keep this up, I'll yank every sponsor. You'll never race in WRC again. Bang. She overturned the commentary table. Sparks flew from the electronic display. Security! Drag these two lunatics out. Don't delay the new car launch. The chaos erupted. Behind us, Noah's weak voice. Mr. Koo. I'll beg for you. I ignored him and helped Justin into my car. Don't worry. Without Lin Corp sponsorship, and with my club, I'll pay you double. I immediately pulled all preferential resources from the Lin family and exposed their hidden tax evasion. Then I called my assistant. Tomorrow, I want Lin Corp bankrupt. I had my assistant drive Justin home while I tapped the steering wheel rhythmically. The car display lit up, surveillance footage backed up to the cloud. I replied, keep the original tapes secure. Not a single hair missing. The engine roared through the stormy night. In the rearview mirror, the Koo Corp tower blazed harshly, looping the interview of Elise leaning against Noah, smiling sweetly, him fixing her hair, the same way she looked 3 months ago on our anniversary. Rain pounded harder. I slammed the accelerator. Wipers cut through her hypocritical smile like guillotines, ripping it apart and putting it back together, again and again. A finance report played over the radio. After the Lin-Koo alliance, stock prices continue to rise. I sneered and switched channels. Gossip. Sources say Lin family's young lady has been visiting her sponsored race car driver's apartment. At the entryway, my phone lit up. Noah's latest post hit me like a poisoned dagger. Elise's crimson-lacquered hand on his tie. Caption, my dear personally helped me pick my outfit. Zooming in, my wedding band gleamed on his ring finger. Background, the new race car I spent nights designing. My fingertips trembled. The phone rang again, almost making me drop it. Mr. Koo. Attorney Wang's voice carried calm, certain of victory. The Lin Group's third-largest shareholders signed the equity transfer. And the hotel surveillance you requested, send it to my email. I cut him off and stepped barefoot on the cashmere rug. My father was feeding the Lin Group mortgage into the shredder, the blue light reflecting a chilling smile. Elise really thought the Koo family's 20-year network was just for show. I opened the email. HD footage, Elise swiping my gift hotel keycard, the black card stamped in gold Koo. On day 7, Elise finally called. The TV flashed Lin Group's stock plummeting. Leonardo, her voice hoarse, rusty. No, you're kept pretty boy. Lightning split the sky. Rain slammed glass, making Noah's post even more glaring. He was in my uniform, geotagged at Lin Corp President's private lounge. Next morning, financial headlines exploded. In Koo Corp's top-floor conference room, I stared at the screen. Lin Group stock limit down, 3rd day straight. Legal Affairs Director rushed in. President Lin just barged into the sample room with Noah, saying they want the wedding ring back. Elevator doors opened on screaming. Noah shoved my equipment violently into a suitcase, then hid behind Elise. Eli, these were mine. Including this. I held up the tablet, surveillance showing him tampering with my office supplier list last week. Elise's face drained. Noah grabbed her arm, crying, hair plastered to face. They forced me to admit it. Too late. I slapped the divorce papers on the table. The glass hummed low. My father's aide walked in with police. Noah, evidence chain for corporate espionage complete. In the garage, Elise chased me, storms soaking her gown. She clutched my car door, eyes bloodshot. Those videos, they're fake, right? Silk scarf coiled around her neck like a snake. Peach blossom eyes now bloodshot. I rolled down the window, rain hitting her deathly pale face. Elise, your biggest mistake wasn't cheating. The engine's roar crushed her final excuse. Forgetting every brick of your empire bears my name. In the rearview, her kneeling figure in the rain shrank. I turned on the radio. Female anchor, Koo Group has withdrawn all investment from Lin Group. High-profile marital fallout may trigger global business reshuffle. Footage. In front of Lin Group HQ, a black tide of people surged. Debt collector banners read, Elise pay up. Zoom. Elise, collar crooked, 5-month belly flattened, sunken eyes like black holes. Lin Group stock hit limit down again at open, 7th straight day. The anchor droned mechanically. I swirled my Biluakun tea in the bone china cup, cold curve of a smile reflecting. The once mighty prodigy couldn't keep basic dignity. Butler appeared silently, phone on silver tray. Young master, Miss Lin's here. Right outside. Calm, ordinary tone. I paused, tea drops blooming dark stains on Persian carpet. On screen, Elise pounded the iron gate frantically. Once bold, now like a stray dog. 2 bodyguards lifted her like a chick, tossed her aside. She stumbled, scraping bloody knees. Next second, the woman I once knelt before at our wedding, pressing her forehead against icy bars. Leonardo. Her cry tore through the air. For the sake of our 3 years of marriage, her voice crackled through the speakers, all distorted by that busted electronic device. My dad went ballistic, smashing his teacup into shards that scattered everywhere. I'll personally drive that shameless thing out of here. He grabbed a golf club and was about to storm outside. I pressed down on his bulging, vein-lined wrist, cold as ice. Dad, I said softly, let me handle this trash. The moment I swung open the iron gate, Elisa's eyes lit up like a drowning person spotting driftwood. She crawled forward on her knees, forehead smacking loudly against the bluestone slabs. It was Noah who seduced me, she sobbed. That bastard drugged me. I watched her little show coldly, noticing she was still wearing the Patek Philippe I bought with my supplementary card. A harsh break ripped through the rain. Mr. and Mrs. Lin stumbled out of their car, Hermes gift bags in hand, looking pathetically freaked out. Mrs. Lin dropped to her knees with a thud, breaking 2 of her perfectly manicured nails. Leo, she cried so hard half her fake lashes fell off. You can hit her, scold her, whatever, just don't destroy Eli. Mr. Lin slapped her out of nowhere. The sound cracked across the courtyard. Elisa's face snapped sideways, blood dripping from her mouth. You animal! Mr. Lin trembled. You ruined the Lin family's century-old legacy for some stray man. When he turned to me, face streaked with tears, he looked like some third-rate actor. Leonardo, as long as you show mercy, the Lin Group's 51% shares. I raised a hand, cutting off his pathetic performance. Pulled a folder from my briefcase. The divorce judgment flew through the air and smacked Elise square in the face. The papers fanned out, revealing the premarital property agreement she had signed, black and white. If cheating occurs, the party at fault leaves with nothing. I bent down and gripped her chin. Remember this? You told me this agreement would never be needed. Her pupils shrank violently, finally realizing this wasn't just a petty marital spat. Mrs. Lin lunged forward, clawing at my leg, screaming as bodyguards held her back. Are you coup people trying to force us to death? I turned and walked toward the mansion. Behind me came Elisa's desperate scream. Leonardo, would you even be where you are today without me? Without slowing down, I lifted my hand. The butler shut the heavy iron gates. They closed slowly, trapping hysteria, curses, and sobbing outside. Sunlight streamed through the glass conservatory onto my ring finger. No ring. Just a faint pale mark. Next morning, I hadn't even stepped into the coup group elevator when my phone blew up. First message from my assistant. A screenshot of the top 5 trending Weibo searches, all Lin family disasters. The entire Lin family kneels, Leonardo Cou's elite revenge, Lin Group, countdown to bankruptcy. I clicked the most viral video. Elise knelt outside the Su family's iron gate, forehead pressed to the icy ground, knees scraped raw and bleeding. Her mom sat collapsed, wailing, gold thread cheongsam caked in mud. And her dad, the same business titan who once ruled the corporate world, trembled, bowing repeatedly, chanting, "Please show mercy." Comments section exploded. Entertainment first line comment. LMAO, yesterday she was a glamorous ill, today she's a stray mutt. Finance analyst comment. Breaking news, Lin Group stock crashes 90%. Creditors splashing paint on HQ. Legal encyclopedia comment. FI Mr. Cou's entire strategy is 100% lawful. Textbook commercial warfare. I locked my phone. Mirrored elevator doors reflected the cold curve of my smile. The show? It was just starting. The Lin family collapsed faster than anyone expected. Suppliers who once bowed at their feet now turned, collectively blocking the Lin Group tower with banners. One contractor even drove an excavator, threatening to tear down their showroom to settle debts. The banks? Merciless. Frozen all Lin Group accounts. Not even sparing the cleaning lady's payroll card. Irony? Director Lee, the lead banker, had been on his knees 3 months ago, begging Elise to attend his daughter's wedding. My assistant handed me a tablet. Update: Elise had moved into a rental unit in an urban village. Rent, $800. Cockroaches enough to form a football team. Footage showed Elise bending down, picking up clothes ripped apart by debt collectors. When she lifted her head, camera caught the redness around her eyes. Woman who once poured champagne over others' heads, now couldn't even afford bottled water. Then Noah appeared. Unkempt, cheap clothes, carrying wilted veggies from a bargain bin. He knocked on the moldy rental's door. Eli, he knelt, massaging Mr. Lin's stiff leg. Even when the old man bit his fingers, Noah didn't let go. I saved 50,000 yuan. Let me buy Uncle some medicine, okay? Late-night footage. Elise curled in his arms, crying like a little kid, stroking his greasy hair, humming an off-key lullaby like they were fallen lovers. Noah, when I climb back up, Elise pulled out a USB drive. This is the core algorithm of the autonomous driving system, my last bargaining chip. The day Noah vanished, rain poured. Elise discovered her bank wiped clean, screen showing his sticky note. Went to buy your favorite sweet and sour ribs. Wait for me. But he was already on a flight abroad, carrying 6 million yuan from selling the algorithm. Before quitting the racing circuit, he maxed out Elise's final credit card, ordering a custom diamond-encrusted urn under the name, the husband of President Lin. Recipient? Elise. Police caught Noah in the airport bathroom, applying chemicals to his face. At court, he wept like a pear blossom in the rain. Leonardo, I was forced. Sent people to assault my sister. Judge played the recording of him extorting Elise. Give me the money or I'll tell the media your mom has AIDS. At sentencing, Elise burst into wild laughter, dancing like a lunatic. Visitation day. Bruises on Noah's face through glass. Rumor. Elise spent her last 100,000 bribing inmates for special treatment, glass shards in meals, ice water at midnight. Noah lunged at the glass, nails screeching. You think you've won? Elise is a damn lunatic. I put on sunglasses, walked away with grace. Behind me, his shrieks mingled with guards' electric batons. Lin Group bankruptcy spread like a plague. I stood before floor-to-ceiling windows, 88th floor, Coup Group Tower. Cars below looked like ants. Storm passed. Droplets clung to glass, reflecting golden champagne in my hand. President Coup, appraisal reports for the 3 Lin family mansions in Riverside District. My assistant placed the documents on the ebony desk. Gilded contract on top gleamed cold in sunlight. Hand paused mid-spin on pen. Letter, engraved on cap flickered between my fingers, birthday gift Elise Lin gave me last year. The auction for the Lin family's old estate is next Wednesday, my assistant said, restrained excitement. It's the original date of Mr. Lin's 70th birthday banquet. I sipped champagne. Breaking news popped up on my phone. Former business prodigy Elise photographed fighting stray dogs for food at a garbage dump. As car turned into dark alley, car perfume mixed with post-rain metallic smell. Dull thuds of bodies hitting pavement, filthy curses. Didn't Miss Lin love drinking Lafite? Here, this slop is for you. Headlights ripped open darkness. I saw Elise kicked against a wall like a rag doll. Gown shredded, peach blossom eyes swollen into slits. Ironic, still wearing my Patek Philippe. Cracks across dial mirrored the end of our marriage. Handle it. I rolled down car window. Rain and metallic blood scent hit me. Amid bodyguards' leather steps, Elise struggled violently, hoarse screams scraping glass. Leonardo, are you satisfied now? Assistant held her under umbrella. Right pinky bent unnaturally, last month's masterpiece, courtesy of debt collectors. Car radio switched to breaking news. Former Lin Group CEO Elise added to national defaulters list. Next morning, sunlight filtered through sheer curtains, casting stripes across her new uniform. She stood in the office, disinfectant smell failing to mask decay sinking into her bones. I opened the cleaning staff contract. Monthly, $4,800. Room and board included. I slid it toward her. There's a vacancy in Koo Group's janitorial department. She stared at the contract, fingers trembling, eyeballs rolling, left hand rubbing crippled pinky. Woman who once spent millions at auctions, now paying hospital caregiver fees in installments. Why? Her voice dry as sandpaper. I laughed softly, pushed open window. Downstairs, Lin Group creditors' liquidation conference raged. After a long moment, she raised bloodshot eyes. I'll do it. No choice. Years passed in a blur. Under my management, Koo Group expanded multiple times. Elise's name erased from public memory. One day, assistant rushed in, face solemn. President Koo. Elise is in trouble. Noah attacked her during shift. Caught her off guard, stabbed vital organ. She died on the spot. My steps faltered. Felt only a faint melancholy. Nothing more. I held a dignified funeral. Watched Mr. Lin's trembling hands lower his daughter's ashes. Sent her parents enough to ensure peaceful old age. Years later, seeing Elise's name in old news archives felt like a story from another lifetime. All those memories? Long behind me. The future that's mine? Only just beginning.